Hi there. Thanks for joining us for Together. I'm Karen Leigh. We asked you what you wanted more of, and you said you wanted to hear the good news that was happening. That's what this show is all about. 30 minutes of only the good stuff going on in your neighborhood. So sit back, relax, and snuggle up with the little ones. I think you're going to like this today. The Pfaltzgraff family is amazing. They saw a bowling alley for sale and decided to take a big chance and buy it. It appears they made a lucky strike. Not only do they have a successful business, they're coming together for Colorado. The Pfaltzgraffs have always loved bowling. It's a place their daughter, Shanno, can be herself.
I have a lot of new friends.
The family enjoys bowling so much, they decided to buy Crown Lanes in Denver.
I just said, well, God, I'm going to give it a shot.
But this isn't just any bowling alley.
It's a very good place, and we have very good food and service, and I love it.
How the family is using it to help people with special needs. That's next on Together. Well, did you know that Colorado played a vital role during World War II? We did, and that inspiring legacy lives on today. All this winter, Vail is celebrating that history. Jeff Todd takes us to the 10th Mountain Legacy Parade.
Dressed in replica uniforms from World War II, a group marches through Vail Village. Sandy Treat is just taking it all in. The uniforms are familiar to him. That's because he was a ski trooper at Camp Hale.
It's here right in where it started. You know, this was the birthplace of it.
How you can help celebrate Sandy and the other members of the 10th Mountain Division, that's later on Together.
10-year-old Lillian Borden has celiac disease. She's been dealing with this serious condition since she was a toddler. But don't think for a minute that she's letting her illness slow her down. Truth be told, she's a motivator, turning her troubles into a teaching moment for others. Karen Leigh shows us how she's coming together for kids here in Colorado with her very own book.
I started with writing the whole story, so my book is my story.
At only 11 years old, Lillian Borden is a published author.
She learned that she would need to defeat the notorious evil villain named Gluten.
But this book wouldn't be possible if not for her doctor, how he helped make this story a possibility.
He's my best friend.
That's coming up on Together.
Well, I love all of our stories on this show, but this one brought tears to my eyes, tears of joy. In Chaffee County, an entire town came together for a birthday surprise. The party for a special woman and the fight of her life. Matt Kroschel returned to his hometown of Salida to meet her and shares the celebration with all of us.
Like a prom queen, Jane Whitmer sits perched on her moving throne, a parade through downtown.
And it was just so, my heart just broke open. I cried the whole time.
A lesson in community spirit and love. Jane says everyone should have their own parade at least once, but she had no idea what else this tight-knit community had in store for her at the end of the street.
It'd be awesome if we could get the whole town to dance for Jane.
I had no idea that at the end of the parade was going to be this gigantic flash mob.
The flash mob dancing, choreographed and practiced, organized by her adopted grandson, Cooper.
I knew there was going to be a lot of people there, but there's so many people there, I was just like...
Hundreds turning up to celebrate Jane.
So I was totally blown away.
They were here not only to celebrate her birthday, but to support her on another journey.
I think it's such a testimony to people coming together when somebody's in need.
The breast cancer is a serious diagnosis, but doesn't seem to stand up against this dancing, these smiles, and this love.
It was, I'm still just blown away, and I'm so happy I have videos to remember it by, because I will be watching this the rest of my life.
And what a great support team. Good luck to you, Jane. Well, we love to share good news updates with you, and this one is impressive. We've talked a lot over the years about the Stinkbug Project. It's a nonprofit that pairs children fighting serious illnesses with their own dog. Well, I'm happy to report the group recently made its 100th match. Cancer survivor Allison Wynn started it back in 2009. Well, Bella Fauner is just one of the kids who was touched by this beautiful project. She got her dog Lovey when she needed her the most, her body and spirit beaten down while getting treatment for Hodgkin's lymphoma.
I laughed more and then I smiled more and I was more happy.
Her spark came back.
Stinkbug Project is a program of the Rocky Mountain Children's Health Foundation. And if you would like to learn a little bit more, all you have to do is visit our website, cbsdenver.com. Well, who doesn't like to bowl? The funny shoes and all of it. Well, it seems every community has a bowling alley for good times. This one I'm sharing with you has been in Denver for decades. It's not going anywhere, but its new owners are making a few changes for the better. It's truly coming together for Colorado. Jamie Leary shows us how it's helping those with special needs.
Shanno Falls considers this her second home. It's her family's bowling alley.
I have a lot of new friends, especially on my league.
The most games she's played in a single day?
Probably 4 or 5.
15. Probably 20.
4 or 5 is average, and she's really good at it. Shanna is a miracle in many ways. At age 1, doctors discovered a brain tumor.
She was supposed to not survive until she was 6. So she's 24 now, and she's our miracle. And he's crying again, isn't he?
The family gives Dad a hard time. He can't help but cry.
Those tears mean things are going really well.
Yes.
When he saw the bowling alley for sale, he took a chance.
Finally, I just said, well, God, I'm going to give it a shot.
Business has been great, probably because Shanna works as the greeter.
You like talking to people?
I do.
As a greeter, she might tell you,
it's a very good place and we have very good food and service and I love it.
Eventually, their son Jake will take over.
He's going to have an ability to kind of still keep Shanna around and still kind of help take care of her. Surprise, you're helping take care of her. But
he may be Shanna's little brother, but he wants to take care of her.
Family pretty much means everything.
The Fallsgraffs have big plans. Eventually, they'd like to hire others with disabilities.
I hope the next 20, 30 years of our life that we just can regularly give back to people.
No doubt they will. Well, speaking of giving back, here's another way that you can get involved. Here at CBS4, we are launching a new campaign to help spread the warmth for people living on the streets. For Nicole Uriana, it's a mission that hits deep in her heart. Her father, Craig, was homeless, and he passed away in 2016 from hypothermia. Well, last year alone, I've learned that some 233 homeless people died on our local streets. Nicole encourages all of us to see the homeless as real people with families, just like her father. Before he died, she looked for him on every downtown corner.
And then when you come into the area, your eyes are always like, is that him? Is that him? I have to be pretty blunt and honest because for us, it happened at home.
During the holidays, places like the rescue mission get a lot of attention, but we know that need continues right now. Well, that's where Spread the Warmth comes in. We hope that you can help us help the rescue mission with donations. They can certainly use both money and some clothes. Many Coloradans love the backcountry. It's a calling for them, but avalanche danger is a real concern. Well, now there's a place backcountry users can come together to learn some life-saving skills.
It does have to be a muscle memory. You don't want to have to think about, what am I going to do now if the slide has happened? Because if the slide does happen, your adrenaline goes from 0 to 60 in about 2 heartbeats.
Together with Karen Leigh, sponsored by Canvas Credit Union. We're Canvas, and we've got you covered, Colorado. Go live.
I love it when we get to share updates to some of the people that we've introduced you to. Well, this week, Summit County teenager Jeremiah Vail returned home a champion. Jeremiah won the World Junior Snowshoeing Championship. And you got to meet him, we got to meet him back in November, and at that time he won the National Junior Snowshoe Championship. Now imagine this, he ran a 5K in 18 inches of snow in just 24 minutes. So a big congratulations to Jeremiah. We are also proud of you. And Dave, he made that look oh so easy.
Oh yeah.
Just a walk in the park,
oh,
right?
Yeah. All those guys like that are really good at skiing or snowshoeing or anything.
That's incredible.
Make it look like you could just jump up there and do it, right?
Well, we love to see some of the pictures coming in. We appreciate all that you're sending in.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of pictures now. Keep in mind that a lot of these were before the snow that hit us this week, but take a look. Brittany Illig, this is her first time skiing up on Monarch Ski Resort. resort, and it's looking good up there. Monarch is a great little resort down there by Salida. If you've never been down there, the lines are shorter, not as many runs, but oh man, it's a fun time down there if you can take the drive right along Highway 50 down there. Another picture for you, the Jennifer Knob family enjoying fun in Breckenridge, doing some boarding up there. Look at the snow is good in that location there. And this one, as you could tell, was before the snow. It was so good looking, though, I had to put it in there. Azucena and Oscar Gonzalez at the Maroon Bells before the snow. Looking good there. I'm sure all that stuff's covered up right now. And then Lydia Hassel, I had to get a little puppy in here. This is Ashley running on Jones Pass, which is west of Berthoud Pass out there. But same deal there. There's probably a lot more snow up there. But man, oh man, is Ashley having fun running through that snow.
Yeah, we love seeing all those pictures.
Oh, for sure.
And don't forget to share your pictures with us. We want to see them, so you can email them to togetherforcolorado@cbs.com or just post them on social media using the hashtag #4Colorado. We want to see you with your friends, your family, your pets, and as soon as you take that fun one, shoot it to me so we can save it for our next show. Colorado veteran being recognized for his role in World War II. Coming up next, he shares some wonderful memories of what it was like serving in Colorado's 10th Mountain Division, and the tribute to him is awesome. You're really going to want to see it. Coming up on this week's Together for Colorado calendar, Tuesday, the Colorado Symphony will pay tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. with a free concert. Thursday, it's a conversation and concert with singer Belinda Carlisle. Proceeds benefit the Center for Dependency, Addiction, and Rehabilitation. Saturday, volunteers are needed for the Kindfulness for Kids event. Sign up and you'll be helping out low-income families in Denver. And you can find more information on these events by visiting the Together section of CBSDenver.com. Well, the Frisco Adventure Park is best known for tubing and sledding, but now it's also a place to come together to learn life-saving skills. It's given people a chance to practice avalanche rescues. Crews bury avalanche beacons, then they set them off. Now the challenge for visitors is to find them and dig them out as fast as they can, as if it was a trapped skier. The Summit County Rescue Group says most backcountry skiers and boarders often have all the right gear, but they need some practice using it.
You're talking about if a slide happens, you ought to be ready within seconds to pull the beacon out and have it turn to the right mode and start searching.
Now anyone can use the park. You just need to bring your beacon, D-sized batteries, a shovel, and a probe, and it is open all winter long. Well, you might not have thought much about Colorado's 10th Mountain Division, but we all should. The ski community owes it a lot. The soldiers trained in the high country during World War II, and after the war, many of them founded Colorado ski areas, including Vail. Well, now the resort is paying tribute to the whole troop with a parade. And let me tell you, it's beautiful at night. Jeff Todd shows us how this new tradition in the high country honors our state's rich military history.
I talked to young people about Camp Hale, about serving in the 10th Mountain Division, and what that was like, the training and everything, and they love to hear that.
Sandy Treat can often be found around this exhibit at the Colorado Snow Sports Museum, talking about his time in the Army.
There's a lot to learn because most of us were pretty young.
An elite skier in college, he became part of the 10th Mountain Division.
They said, would you be an instructor? And I was a young kid. And I said, sure, I'll do it.
He first came to Camp Hale near Leadville in 1942. Next week, he turns 96 years old and spends a lot of his time talking about the 10th.
It's here right in where it started. You know, this was the birthplace of it.
Tonight, he was the Grand Marshal of the parade honoring the 10th. Skiers came down the mountain with torches in hand, dressed in replica uniforms from World War II. This is what the origin of the Colorado ski industry looked like 75 years ago. The procession continued through Vail Village, a new tradition. And by the size of the crowd, a sign people want to learn the history and thank the vets of the 10th.
It means a lot. I hope I can do it as long as I'm still around.
If you weren't able to catch the 10th Mountain Division Legacy Parade, there's going to be more of them. The next one is coming up Friday, January 18th. Well, we love our pets and we'll do almost anything for them, but taking animals to the vet can be tough for some of our seniors. That's why one group is bringing the vet to them. We're going to tell you who is coming together to make the low-cost clinic possible. If this is your first Together show, you can catch the very latest episodes of Together, as well as your favorite Together for Colorado stories anytime at CBSDenver.com. Well, our kids are not only amazing, but they're doing some pretty impressive things at young ages. Take Lillian Borden, for example. At 11 years old, she is already a published author, but she gives most of the credit to her doctor. Lillian says without him, her book would not have been possible. Karen Morfitt shows us how her story is helping others.
Cecilia, the celiac superhero.
The main character in this children's book, like many, is made up.
Written and illustrated by Lillian Borden.
But the story is real, and there is a superhero.
We started with writing the whole story, so my book is my story.
I tell people it's not an allergy, but it's an intolerance to wheat or wheat products.
Lillian met with Dr. Edward Hoffenberger at Children's Hospital. He found it was her environment, in addition to her diet, that was impacting her health. And as she says, he saved her life.
He's my best friend.
He also challenged her to write a book about her fight.
She learned that she would need to defeat the notorious evil villain named Gluten in order to conquer her disease.
So I challenged a lot of people to it before, and no one had ever done it.
It's about Cecilia, which is this girl here, and she has to beat gluten and cross-contamination, which I had to beat too. But I turned it into a superhero story, so it would be fun and interesting for all kids.
Dr. Hoffenberger thought it was so good she should share it with others. Lillian agreed. Fast forward 1 year later, and she's a published author.
I hope that this will tell them that they can do it and they don't have to feel alone.
While she hopes her words will be the biggest support for other families, she's also donating the money she makes from her book back to the hospital.
Because I want celiac disease to be more understood.
She's so impressive. Well, there are all kinds of ways to help each other out, and this is a good example. The Dumb Friends League is coming together for pet owners who may not be able to afford that trip to the vet. Recently, the group set up a clinic at an affordable senior living complex. For $20, residents could have their pets checked out and vaccinated. Now, many of the people there are disabled or have trouble with transportation. So for the clinic to come to them was really kind and helpful. It was a perfect way to make sure that their beloved dogs and cats were taken care of. And all the Dumb Friends League says they vaccinated a total of 20 pets. A Thornton officer is about to sport some new gear, and he's a cutie and a little furry. Meet Axel. He's a canine on the force there. He's going to be getting a bulletproof vest to keep him safe. It's a gift from the nonprofit Vested Interest. Over the past 10 years, the group has donated 3,200 vests to canines all over the country. Axel should be getting his vest in just the next couple of months. Well, thank you for joining me for Together. I look forward to seeing you again next week with even more good news from our community. Until then, I'm going to leave you with the day at the Capitol this week as we welcomed in our new governor. Here are just some of the celebrations following the inauguration of Governor Jared Polis.